Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna do the circuit guide. I kind of purposely held off on doing this since I think Serket at like the very start of the game, she was like super strong because you could like, people didn't know what she did at all with her like Q that I'll explain in a second. So you could get away with a lot of things I would have probably talked about in the videos, but after playing, you know, maxing out my hollow point and then now starting to play Serket, I realize she can do some stuff. You just gotta be careful, you know, and not expect, you know, people to not know what's happening. Her first ability, Station to Station, lets you place down a little beacon that you can TP back to. As you can see, this is a TP. Once you cast this ability, you will become a ball, basically a little like sphere running around the map, which enemies can shoot. And if they were to destroy this little sphere, you'll get teleported right back to where you use this ability. Or if you were to do the left click, you're gonna TP straight to where you were, basically in the sphere form. So, what are basically the pros and cons of this ability? One, the super pro is you can gather info like this, because you can see enemies as like little sandstorms. The cons is that this ability is basically very telegraphed or well UV. So a lot of enemies will either follow you to try and get you, or they'll try to actually like shoot it before you can actually gather more info. Also, something I forgot to tell you guys when talking about the actual abilities, if they shoot this like little beacon whenever you're in like a sphere form, you will die. I've gotten killed a lot of times because I try to TP past like an accent and like they spam grenades and get my little beacon. So just remember that. It is still a pretty strong ability, I won't lie. But it will be kind of like hard for you to use this effectively. I've learned a few techniques for this ability to work even further. You can also like go around corners, which is pretty... I think it's one of the best ways if you know how to like, you know, shoot back. I'm kidding, but you know, stay around the corner and shoot back. I had my knife out that time. I'm pretty sure it takes out like your last weapon. So if I were to like run and like just press Q and like press this, I'm gonna get my knife out. So I always recommend, you know, always having like your weapon out. So if you want to rush, just be sure to actually pull out your gun before actually going to her Q form. And then pulling out and you'll have your weapon. And one of them includes the second ability. Her second ability, Goldust Woman, allows you to throw out a dust tornado that moves forward and it slows enemies who get caught in it. You can also stop this one as hollow points and it gets bigger when you stop it. This is basically the other way I found to make her like pretty useful. You can throw one of these out and then you can stop it, help it make it bigger, and then you can like either TP out of it or like TP into it, and like they won't know where you are most of the time. Obviously good players with the sound cues, they can totally get you, but it's actually pretty hard. Or you can just throw it and just move with it. It's gonna be faster than you, but you can definitely move with it, and then eventually when it gets where you want, you can just throw your TP. And for her third and last ability, we have Dilemma, which is basically this throwable that is a suck. As you see, he gets pulled into, you know, the range. It's pretty big, and it's actually like a really good ability for like holding down choke points if people rush you. It's basically her most defensive ability. Actually, that's not my lying. Her Dust Tornado is her most defensive ability. But, you know, this throwable thing. But her Dilemma is still, like, actually pretty good. So, you know, be sure to use it a lot on defense. You only have two. That's the only down part. But it's still a pretty good, like, pretty good ability. And for Serket, she doesn't really have, like, setups. I like to specifically run, like, hollow point. But I'm going to give you guys a little extra tip for throwing her Dilemma across the map or whatever. It's a pretty hidden tip I didn't realize until, like, a few hours into. Welcome to Black Market. I'm just gonna show you a few things you can do with her. This is not like a full like execute guide, since you know it can vary game to game. There's a lot of like variation and really like skill expression you can do with Serket. So that's the reason why I can't really teach you guys any setups. But on to the first tip. You can actually check on the map where projectiles are gonna land. If you can see the little dot up in the map, as soon as I like move my camera, you can see where it will land. So if I want to do like a pretty aggro play, I can throw this with this like Dilemma. It's gonna, you know, I can see it and then I can shoot, right? It's pretty actually a really good like indicator. It works for everything. Like if I have a flash, you can see as soon as I pull it out, I have it on my map, and it changes obviously depending on like if I have it on like love or launch. So So if I were to like throw this, I can see where it will land, right? This obviously, it pops a little bit before. It doesn't actually reach the full arc unless you like throw it pretty close. But like if I throw it over there, it's obviously gonna like land. But yeah, just be careful of that. Something I really like to throw is like here, I think. This is just like a small tip. So it lands just straight here. I know you can just flash yourself in. Like kill whoever's there, or you can, you know, you can just fight back here, whatever you want to do. And again, always remember, you know, your Q is pretty strong when you like TP onto like really weird places. So if I like TP, and always remember your TP is actually pretty strong in executes. Like if, you know, your whole team is entering, you can enter with your Q and get into like weird places, you know, if they're going to be focused on actually killing whoever's there. Most of the time they won't really be like looking at you. Again, it's still pretty telegraphed, so just be careful no one actually sees you, or, you know, like they're like super distracted. And I think that's all for today, actually. It's a pretty short guide. So yeah, that's basically it for the circuit guide. I know it's pretty small and pretty, you know, condensed compared to like the 45-minute video I did on Hollow Point, but again, this character is more about your own skill expression. You actually have to think about the play and how to like go around the enemies you know are playing inside the game. And not much of, you know, like setting up and having them come to you. You actually have to go like into them and like play like a different game. I'm gonna release, I think, one more guide because I only play 3 characters in this game. If I end up playing more and I like them, I'm gonna release more. But I really wanna, you know, release guides for the characters I actually know how to play instead of just like slop guides and, you know, lower quality guides because I just don't play the character. So yeah, watch out just for the Kismet video. I really like playing Kismet and she has a lot of like really fun stuff you can do that I don't see a lot of people abusing. So yeah, I think that's everything for today. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye guys. Welcome to the extras for the video. So this is basically just a Lancer progression. There's nothing important. If you want to click off right now, that's completely fine. But for those who'll stay, thank you for staying, and let's start. So, her first level, or level 2 actually, is her name card, Signature Circuit. It's basically some pyramids. Actually really clean, really cool art. Her level 2 is her skill 1 use voice line.
I cannot be held.
Her level 4 is her Imp Circuit sticker. This is basically, you know, a sticker you can use this one also for your weapons and your profile picture. Also your banner. Level 5 is, you know, the juice. We already know. It's her first arm ornament. That's her treasure. This kind of looks like her little beacon with like a scorpion dude over there. Her level 6 is her first story. Her level 7 is her portrait one. This is really cool. The portraits with the like side view / 3/4 angle view is actually really cool. Level 8 should be her skill 3 use.
I bend gravity to my whim.
Level 9 is her first cartoon spray. Level 10 is her chibi ornament. These ones are always really cute. She's really cool. And level 11 is her second story. Level 12 is her cartoon sticker. You can now use it as like a profile pic. Level 13 should be her skill 2 use. Level 14 is the first lobby wallpaper. This is really cool. Or well, the only one. This is really cool. Like, I don't know, the like actual art is super cool. Level 15 is her headwear, her like chibi headwear with her like laying on this like royal thingy. I don't know, it's super cool. It's really cute. It has some like effects. Then level 16 is her other story. Level 17 is Gold Dust Woman sticker. Level 18 is her channel emote. Level 19 is the spray for the M version. Level 20 is her pose for like the banners. Level 21 is the spray for Gold Dust Woman. Level 22 is another charm for the chibi mini version. It's super cute. Now level 23, dude, this dagger is so cool. Like the white and gold. Oh, it looks super clean with the little like scorpion dude. Super clean. Level 24 is her dance. This one is pretty long though, but it's pretty cool. I don't know, I like it. There we go. And her level 25 is the colorway skin. This is the master skin. Again, this one is just for level 25. It has that like 70s rollerblading colorway I talked about last time. It's a cool skin. I just don't know if I like the green on it. My personal opinion though. But the actual like purple hair looks really, really good on her. So yeah, that's it for the extras. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end, comment down below I hecking love Serket if you made it so far. Bye guys.